Final hour of trading in what's turning out to be a pretty exciting afternoon. We'll get into some of the meme stocks here in a second, but we are negative. Both the S&P and the Dow in negative territory. The NASDAQ holding on to gains. Remember, last day of the month, last day of the quarter, negative month for all three U.S. indexes. Pretty red, especially for the Dow, as I said, 0.8. Nice bounce back day for cryptos, but more importantly, guys, what is going on with AMC?
Tis the question.
Yeah, you tell us what the hell's going on with AMC. AMC to the moon right now. Welcome back, traders. We took a nice $4 or $5 win on GameStop. We'll review that as well. And right now, you're going to see on the board. Oh, you don't see any positions on the board. I'll have to get into one so you can see it. But we are both short right now, AMC. So we will get ready to get crushed from you guys for that. But we'll talk about why we're in these positions and what's happening. Because right now, sorry, that was FAMI there for a second. Right now, there we go. There's the positions. We just got out of FAMI, so there we go. So AMC, look, we had the long, you can't see it in here, we had the long at 38. We actually only got out at 38.50. Like, we got it really early when the volume started spiking like mad. And then we tried a couple times at 40, and then eventually, this might be hard to see, but eventually we said, screw this, and we shorted it. And now we are short this name right here, 38.80, looking to crack through. Apparently there's not too much news on this, but I'm guessing it's options buying again coming through. There's some Citadel stuff on the boards. We're $1 in the money on this. We're looking to cover. I do have a bid here, right here, 38.60. So if we can get down here, we'll take that off, and then we'll worry about it after. But right now, it looks like AMC is going crazy. So is Bed Bath & Beyond, man. We hit that early, and we hit this often. Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to everybody that's on this with me right now. I have this long again. I talked about holding the 17 break, and yeah, we did that. We took it out in the 20s and the 30s. It rips to 18. Now you're at 17.60. So wow, what a super, super exciting day we have here, guys. Let us know in the chat. Are you guys on this AMC or not? Because this is absolutely insane.
Yeah, we're both short. I was telling Sean, I'm like, oh, the amount of crap that I'm going to get for going short. And then he also went short. That way we can distribute the crap. It's from you guys between the two of us, but we are both short. Just underneath 40. The reason why I went short, and this is my logic here, when we got through 40, you could see the volume pick up on the sell side a little bit. And then the more and more it went towards 41, or the more they tried to work 41, you could really see the sell side volume pick up. So if they were to take 40, I'm going to go ahead and take the short, and that's exactly what I did. I went short. You see me 39.96. I'm trying to get out some around the same area that Sean is, actually, in the 60-something area or so. But I have tightened up the stop, though. I don't need this to snap back. We are running into the final.
Where's your stop? Because I just put mine in.
Just above 50, actually. I'm going to try to lock in maybe 30, 40 cents in the event that it snaps back up. If it does go down, though, I am trying to get about $1.30 on the first half or so. And then from there on out, we'll just trade it out. Another position I do want to show you guys that I have, but it's not on the board, is my futures. I finally kind of stepped in. I was kind of off my game a little bit on the futures just because there was a lot happening, but I did finally pick up a futures position here. I averaged into a short here around 43.30. Stop on this is just north of 60, so it's a 30-point stop. I am looking for us to take a look at these lows, see if we can get to lows. I mean, you know, if we can't get there, we can't get there. But for now, the risk is 30 cents or 30 points, and see if we can't take a shot towards the lows. As the quarter ends, there's some rebalances happening. New month end, all that stuff, right? There's a lot of volatility that comes with when the quarter ends. So I'm hoping for that kind of volume to come to the sell side. For now, we are moving to the downside on the futures. So a nice little 3-4 point win after being in this trade for about an hour, no, half an hour or so. So we are waiting for these trades to work. And there you go. First exit on AMC. Yep. I've gotten out. 67 actually is my first exit. And I'm going to leave the remaining on the trail stop just above 39.50.
Wow, bro, amazing, amazing trade there. We also have the Qs. We took this 1 out, 2 outs. Now we're going to hold the rest for a little bit. That's the futures trade there. Arun's short now. I think you went short basically when I was just top ticking right there. And then, yeah, now we'll have to wait to see what's going to happen here on the rest of the day. The debt ceiling apparently, you know, they have something or they don't have something. We'll see. Apparently it got voted out 65-33 or 65-35. I don't remember what it was. Brandon will come out with that, but apparently there's some sort of a solution there. So we'll wait to see on that. Yeah, and there goes AMC, man. I mean, boom. Great tick, man. Let's do a little dap up there for Arun and I on the short, man. We just covered right there. You covered a piece there. I covered a piece as well, 64s. So that was, just like you said, my friend, that was $1.22 in the money there on AMC. So, hey, happy to make that trade. Now let's figure out what we're doing now. Yeah, really, yeah. We were really, really short AMC. So, yeah. That's right. Yeah, people like really shorting it. Yeah. I mean, it's one of my top stocks now. So, hey, when money is there and it's great. screen. We'll take it. Whether or not I have to short the stock or go long, we will do that. Oh, over to GameStop here. So as AMC was running here, right? Like I noticed this. Obviously, we noticed AMC first, and then we were watching it. I was like, wow, this is nuts. And then we said, okay, let's go over to GameStop, another stock that we know is part of the whole Citadel thing and part of what Ape Nation likes to trade there. So, hey, man, a break right there of 179.50 or so puts us long. We actually tried to get this 179 long, but the market just opened right up. So we take a 179 long, and we actually get long 179.60. If Neil was here, he'd be bitching about that fill, but hey, it is a good fill on this move. You see the spread, 50 cents when it starts moving, and we hate those fills, Neil and I, because when you punch up and you get that, sometimes you make those top wicks, but there it goes. This is just a 1 minute chart, so 179.53 out, 183.53. So there's $4. How about that? There's $4 for the long on GameStop, and then yeah, you're right. You know what? I don't have the diamond hands. Because if I did, I'd still be losing. I'd be losing on this trade. It comes back in. We take 25 cents on the last piece, and that's it. End of story. So now GameStop will watch to see what it does here. Trying to build up a little bit. We'll see. I don't mind if we take 181 again here on GameStop. But again, just because of the liquidity, I think AMC is probably a little bit of a better trade. Just due to the fact that you're not going to have to pay this 60 cents of spread right there. Check back on AMC quickly. Check out on CEI actually. Not doing much. Kind of just barcoding right now, hanging out. We talked about shorting this if it ever got back up here. It did once there, 427 or so. That was a great short. We were asked that question live on the show, bang to the downside, and we just got in and out there quickly. CEI, a top stock for me as well. And then Bed Bath & Beyond still trying to go. We'll see if it can hit 18 bucks now.
Yeah, again, for me, we're going into the final hour on an expected day with volatility.
Right.
I'm not going to be doing a whole lot. I got the AMC trade because it was really moving around. The volume was somewhat, not predictable, but somewhat obvious above 40 in terms of action. So that trade was straightforward. I went ahead and took that short. And the futures trade, I've got that. Again, I'll kind of keep you updated on what's happening. But as you can see, futures not doing a whole lot. It's flat. My average price is 30. Market's at 30.25. So not a whole lot there. But I'm not going to do a whole lot more. Those are my positions locked in. That's the only stock trade I'm going to have on AMC. And the futures trade, that might get bigger as we get closer and closer to the end, depending on how it moves, obviously. But
Sterling with the XXXL pants, apparently, on those shorts for AMC.
Very nice. There you go. So everyone, put your blame towards Sterling. He's the one he's the one pushing it down. Blame him for the short there as the market came off $3 on AMC or $2 on AMC. For me though, I am going to go through the chat and just kind of go through the different stock symbols that pop up and see if we can't maybe not pick some shares up, but I am very curious to see some setups for tomorrow. See if we can get some reads being done for tomorrow. But for now though, that's it. AMC short and futures short as well. And I guess I'll be, biasing to the sell side. It seems like based on the two positions I have, it does look like I'm going to bias to the sell side on as we head into the end of the market.
Yeah, so right now there he goes, 25,000 shares for Sterling for about $3. So great job on that one. Hopefully spend that money wisely and or save it for the next opportunity and buy yourself or buy me a nice putter. I need to find a nice putter. Just playing around. Good trade there, Sterling. Congratulations one more time as you go. So good job. Okay, AMD. We're going to watch out for that as well into the close here. There's lots happening, man. So we got to keep our eyes on cryptos. They're starting to go cryptos. That's something I stole from Brendan. He always, when he does the update, he goes, cryptos are moving, but it is moving today. 44,000 for Bitcoin, 3,031 for Ethereum. Still trying to move around a bit as well. PaySafe had some news this morning. Let's just check it out because this is the one that makes me want to jump off a cliff every day. So we'll see what's happening with PaySafe here. Ooh, 771. Very exciting, PaySafe. PaySafe up 2%. Come on. Up 2% today, but not really doing anything. I just kid on that for myself there. XL Fleet up a bit. Snapchat making new highs right now as well. AMD, yeah, we love ourselves some AMD. The Q's starting to go again. 40 cents in the money on the Q's right now. 361 maybe something to get out. I know you're looking short, Arun, or you are short. So yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of bouncing around here. I actually thought that we may even take out this 361.50 and try to go back to some of the highs there on the news. But we will see. What does the wife think of AMD? Yeah, I'll ask her, but I think she just thinks whatever I think. What's up, Brendo?
Just noticing space here, guys. Another one we were talking about this morning with news as well. You remember up anyways, 13%. It also tried to ramp up there a little bit when AMC and GME started going there. Starting to fail, however. We're back to about the middle, 25.5 for space, but 13% today.
Yeah, we had, I was going to say, a little bit of fake news there. There was, like Brendan said, there was a little bit of volume there around 2-ish, but right now space, or sorry, this is AMD. This is the space chart, I believe. There it is. Yeah, so the volume, not really picking up there at all right now, but it did, nice moves. Bottom there, bottom there, bottom there, and now making this move to 25.80. So that's exactly the spot that we got out earlier, right? We were long right there. Out there. So good trade for space, but yeah, starting to get ramped up again. So we're going to watch out for GameStop. There's a bunch of things obviously on our watch here today. So just keep it with us and we'll try to do our best to cover some of these names, guys.
Yeah, I was in the chat. Somebody was asking about BABA. The reason I bring this up is because earlier in the day, I actually had BABA up on my little list there of stocks to watch, and I was looking at 146. And I was actually thinking, hey, if we drop down through 146, trade well, then the short could be in play. And it bounced right off of 146 into the 150, 149.50. I'm going to say 150. The way it's been trading, it does look like it's catching resistance, but I keep an eye on this, not 150, but this 150 half area. Because if we can clear this area, the reason I say 150, okay, actually, that kind of got messed up. The reason I say 150 half is because, for one reason, is that above 150, you're gonna have stops go off, and last thing you wanna do is get caught when stops go off. If you were to mark off an even level like that and you were to say, oh, I'm going to get out if it crosses 150, it's easy for it to go 20, 30 cents and then come right back down on a round number like that. So avoid 150. The reason I also say 150 half is because you look back a couple days. You see yesterday around, 11 o'clock, we kind of hesitated around 150 after getting through. And then the same thing around 1 o'clock the previous day. So there's a lot of action here between 150 and 150 half. So just be aware that there could be a nice little trade here, whether that's a breakout through the top or a nice little fade into that 150 break. Just be aware of that level. Of course, 146 would be the area that I was looking at for a potential short. So that's also still on the table. I do want to put something out there, though, for futures. Regardless of how this market closes today, an area you definitely want to keep an eye on is this zone right here between 35 and about 45 to 50. Regardless, even if we go through 4,300 today, keep an eye on 35 through 45 or 35 through 50 to be safe, just because the amount of volume that's been in that zone for the last couple days is ridiculous. So I would expect a decent amount of volume to come in if we were to start trading inside that area. So just be aware that's got to be an area that you've got to mark off. Just keep an eye on this as we go up. Am I seeing this right? AMC is actually falling even further. Okay. AMC, yeah, is down now at 38.26. Okay, so yeah, that 27 exit was good, or not 67 exit was good, and now we're gonna see if we can get it below 38. What's my next? I don't really have a target. Let's just see. Maybe we get a nice little imbalance to the sell side, and we get this even further down. Maybe 36 would be nice. I wouldn't mind 36s. The remaining portion of this position.
$36?
36 bucks, yeah.
Holla.
I mean, I'm not making that. I'm not making a call at this point. I've locked in 30 cents.
No, for sure.
And then I'm just gonna.
But just as a target, that's if it falls there, it falls there.
It's
right?
not really a target. It's like, that sounds nice. I'll take that.
It sure as hell does sound nice.
So
if you're short, if you're long, that sounds horrible. Okay, AMD right now, another name that we absolutely love. We've been pounding the pavement on this one for a very, very long time. No trades on it today, which is kind of strange. Normally, I'm all over this, especially in the morning there on that pre-market break. That should have been taken for sure, 100% there. Let's make sure that we do this tomorrow. We'll write down AMD on our list here. And I don't know if you guys, what kind of views you guys have here, but I have a bunch of sticky notes on my desk, and I just keep updating them to look back the next. Anyway, good look there. But a bunch of different things and some watch lists and whatnot on our screen. So we're gonna have to make sure that we add AMD, AMC, AMD. So right now it's the alphabet game today in the market for sure with some of these names. But that 102 and change off the pre-market high. Great trade all the way to the upside. Didn't even look back at that level. And now, honestly, especially if the Qs, I mean, I know I'm long the Qs, so I have a little bit of a bias, but I mean, if we take out this high on AMD, I love that. I don't really like, I mean, if we get back in here, the market really has to come down because AMD is relatively strong today as the NASDAQ basically flat, 0.42. The S&P down, the Dow is down, and AMD rules the roost today with this number, man, up 3.65% for AMD. So let's take the relative strength and remember it and take this play here, 104.38. Day's high break, we're taking it. What's up, Beat?
GM, guys, starting to get ramped up here a little bit, heading into the close. Volume coming in at day highs 353 there. For GM, it looks like the state of California has awarded their self-driving unit with a permit for self-driving cars in California for ride sharing. So heads up on GM starting to make some moves.
We will. Here we go. AMC starting to get ramped up right now. Yeah, we love GM. We love Ford. I wish it was a good positive Ford comment, but Ford's already rocking, man. Our last buy on that was 1330, and now Ford's rocking. So AMD, we may get into that. And what else right now is happening is this Qs trade. So we're long at 360. It's right back to these highs. I'm going to get out now because, like Arun said, we do have some imbalances coming through, and nor me nor Arun know which way these imbalances are going to come out, right? And we saw yesterday how they can affect the market yesterday, and I don't know if you were watching them when they came out yesterday at 350, Arun, but you know, they did affect some of our stocks to the downside yesterday. Yeah. I believe it was to the downside.
It was to the downside.
Yeah, well, that's right.
I remember having a short. I actually was short, like 20 minutes before that even happened. And then I remember it coming out. I'm like, oh, that's a nice place to get out. So yeah, it was to the sell side.
That's a nice.
Yeah, it was.
I just love how casual that is. Like, oh, AMC 36. Yeah, that would be nice to get out of that one if I could. And then we talked about the Qs now and the futures, but there it is right there. So we'll put it on the board, and yes, we'll spit out some more cash here as Arun has motivated me to go into the futures. And of course, this is just the triple Qs. So it's the NASDAQ 100. It follows the NQ, so it should almost base out exactly like this.
Somebody was asking in the chat, it's like, why do you play Qs and not the TQQ, which is the leveraged ETF?
So yeah, great. I mean, no real reason other than the fact that I've really only ever, I mean, I think it's similar to you as well. I've only really ever looked at the triple Qs. Yeah. And so for me to judge it, like I just use charts anyway, so I probably could trade the TQQ. But again, we don't have, so this is another thing. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. You know, this is going to hopefully be some of the best times you can have here on the show. Let's go to AMC just so we could watch it here. 38 and change right now, going to the downside. We don't have a problem with margin or anything like that. So, you know, for me to take 1,000 shares in the Qs at its current price would be basically the same as, you know, taking 1,000 shares of something that's $5. Like, I don't consider the buying power that I have as a hindrance. So I just like to trade whatever I can, and I don't even think about like how many shares can I take on AMC. You know, if you went there, Sterling Silver did $41 times 25,000 shares, right? So you need $1 million there, levered up probably as well. So you know, that's a big account for sure to be able to do that. So you know, if you're taking that many shares, then yeah, you need to know you know, what kind of power you have. But for us, it's all kind of relative to whatever ideas we like. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing too, right? Like when we're trading here through proprietary accounts. Through Day Trade the World, we get that ability for buying power and whatnot. And just to put things in perspective, each account, like at home, margins for futures contracts are like 10,000 or so, 10 to 15,000 per one contract. Here, the way it's structured, it's full value for the contract. So you need to put up like $222,000 or whatever the case is, the 50 times leverage against the futures price just to get one contract. So obviously with that in mind, you have to, you know, have a cash accordingly and whatnot. So it is set up in such a way where buying power shouldn't really necessarily affect you too much in a way to stop you from trading. Obviously there's limits to that too based on risk profiles and risk systems that are in place, but at the same time, we get a little bit more freedom on how we trade. And that's why you see a lot of the times it's like, oh, why are you trading this expensive stock? It's because we can, really. As long as you can make money on it, odds are you can probably trade it here at least for now. So that's just one of those things. Let's just take a quick look on the futures anyways. Okay, respecting 40, coming back in. The market is refusing to back away from this 40 level and refusing to get below this 25 level, and I'm stuck here with the 30 short, so we're just gonna wait, I guess, right? We're at what, 320? 35 minutes before things really start picking up. Remember, imbalances come out at 350, then you get the dequote update at 355, and then programs take it to the end.
And then anarchy.
If it's to the sell side, it could be, because imagine them taking 4,300 on the downside right now, well, as we get closer and closer to the close, because that could activate some major stops, right? Everyone looks at round numbers, especially in the futures too. A number that we haven't seen in a while, 4,300. We've been working 4,400, 4,350 for a little bit, and now we're going to take a look at 4,300. Yeah, okay. That could activate some major stops to the sell side, and doing it on a day where you know some adjustments are being made and people are closing out the quarter. Yeah, that could get really aggressive if it were to go to the sell side. So we'll see how that plays out.
Risky business, my friend. Yeah, we're in this business to make a little bit of money. So thank you so much, Meester, there for the talk on BBBY. You know, and a shout out to Daryl as well. I know Daryl had this trade, and anybody else that did, man. I mean, this was a big trade for me today, and I hope it was for you guys as well. As Bed Bath & Beyond, my number one stock is Palt, and that's going to be the trade of the day, and we will talk about that in a minute. But Bed Bath & Beyond now still trying to make some moves. We had written it down, and I mean, I don't know if it's right, but shout out to Trade Ideas because we use their scanner, and so does and Brendan has, sorry, what's your platform called again? Icon. Hello, Icon. Yeah, we going to the Jays game again or what? Icon. Yeah, so we use Icon over there. So sometimes we have different. I know FinViz also does have that as well. So let's just keep on watching what's happening here with Bed Bath & Beyond. Palt. Let's just check back on Palt. This was my number one trade of the day, and it was all because of this. Really, we have some. Well, this was a great fill. There's no doubt. Like, I just woke up. I was like, hello, what are we doing right now? And we got that fill because all of a sudden I was decent amount of money in the money on this. I was like, that can't be right. And then bang, straight to the upside. We take the halt, we take the limit rate before it halts, and then that was a special trade. All the way to the upside, opened up nicely, and then fell all the way back down. And again, the reason why, in my opinion anyways, yesterday's high, 15, then we touched 14 today. So, I mean, that's pretty good outs right there, 13.50 before fading back in. We tested it one more time at these levels where we thought there might have been some support. That was good, man. It broke back down, retested this bottom. Then when it took out VWAP, we went long again, got out there for about, what is that, 30, 40, 50 pennies or so, held the last bit and then dropped it off when we broke through 11.50. So that was a good trade there, and we'll look at Palt, and then we'll look at Vinco Ventures in a minute as well.
Yeah, somebody was asking about how big does a dark pool order have to be to not to use a dark pool and not on the exchanges. I don't think there's a limit, because we can actually, let me pull up our keyboard setup.
Yeah, sure. Show everybody all the things we have.
Yeah, let me pull up the keyboard setup. Here we go. Keyboard setup. We have a bunch of dark pools. I know we have Sigma X, and we have the Barclays as well, I believe.
We have a whole bunch. Man.
Yeah, we have
JP
a whole bunch.
Morgan.
I don't know all of them anyways. Market. Let's just go into market here. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Go NASDAQ.
Why not New York?
Okay, go to New York.
New York, and these are all the gateways we have access to, right? You see that little drop-down list there? From ARCA at the top all the way down to UBS at the bottom.
There we go. So that's a dark pool.
Somewhere in there, I've got Nighthawk. I know we have Sigma X as well. SGMX, that's the dark pool, and then I know we have Barclays.
Citadel, I believe.
Do we have Citadel? It might be CitX. I've never used that one. I've used Barclays, though. I know I've used Barclays, BARC. So we've got access to a bunch of them if you want to set them up.
Credit Suisse, Catone, Dark.
Yeah, there's a bunch that you have access to. So I don't think there's any size limits. If you want to send an order through the dark pool, if your broker has access to it, in our case, our broker does have access to a ton of them. So you can just send the order there if you want to put it in the dark pool.
Yeah, so just there is minimum share lots. That's the only difference. There's not a maximum. The minimum is 500. For most of the dark pools, minimum is 500 shares. Yep.
I didn't know that.
And then, of course, it's going to be on board lots. So a lot of it does depend on the price of the stock. If one board lot is 100 shares, you generally need 5 board lots. So anyways, there's more details. If you want more and you do work with us here at Day Trade the World, contact your trading floor. What's the guy's name again? I'm losing my mind. What's up, Brendan?
Got that little pop in some of the cannabis names a little bit earlier on this afternoon. I was just noting this story that it seemed to be kind of following was actually out quite some time ago. This is 5 hours ago. This marijuanamoment.net reporting this morning, in fact, that a bill to federally legalize marijuana in the U.S. has been passed and approved by the Key House Committee. So, yeah, this spike was about 2:20-ish this afternoon. They all had it too. Tilray, CGC, you can look at all of them. Also kind of going in that same time that AMC and GME popped up as well, guys.
Okay, so people always ask Arun for swing plays. Here we go. I think you got to buy some of these cannabis names right now. You know, it's one story away, and there it is. There's the catalyst. Now we're going to table this bill, and then we'll find out what happens with it. So, what did I just do right there? That's Tilray one-day chart? No. All right, well... All right, so this is a one-day chart on Tilray that apparently is not working for me. So let's go over to CGC then. Either way, you know, I believe that you need to start buying these things. Here's the move up once it loads here. This is that move up that we're talking about, Brendan's talking about there at 2 o'clock on some nice volume. Got these things going. Tilray's up 2%, which is why I would rather show that. And I'll try to load my charts up in a minute. But here's, yeah, like what is going on here? You know what? I'll just have to, you know, take this over, Arun. I'm going to clear the cache, and then I'll get back.
Okay, let's take a quick look at AMC because, you know, AMC now is below 38 even. Through that zone there, that 38.5 was going to be a problem. That's why we got out some in front of it. Now we're below it. What are we going to do with trailing stops? I'm going to put the stop just above, not above 50. I'd like to keep it a little bit further away from 50. I'm thinking maybe 70 something in that area. Soft stop in the 70s. If we get above 50 and kind of just can't back away quickly, I think it's time to cut and run. This is already what, $1.92 in the money. And I said it earlier, right? I mean, like 36 sounds nice. 36 sounds like, you know, a decent place. We started this move here. Why not? If we can give up the entire move, I'm okay with it. If we can't, I'll just lock in $1.40 or so, whatever the case is. But we're going to move the trailing stop on this and see if we can get some more movement as we get closer and closer to the end there. Futures, okay. The only other position I've got, futures, back in, we are literally stuck in a micro range here. 40 we don't want to get above, and 25 we don't want to get below. So if we can get below 25, what I might do is actually might add more. If we end up getting below 25 in the right way, not like if we flash underneath and then snap back up, that's not going to be a no-go for me. But if we kind of trade and grind through, that means there's sustained sell side pressure below that I can work with, and we get below 25. Could be a nice little break through the bottom, kind of clears this zone. I can just move the trailing stop down at that point because right now I'm at 30. That's my average short. So getting below 25 could allow me to bring the stop down as we get closer and closer to the end of the day, right? So that's something I'm looking to do as well. So for now, just managing the two shorts that I've got, the futures and the AMC position. I know chat was talking about FAMI quite a bit there.
Yeah.
That hasn't really done a whole lot. The thing was, though, is that I did play this earlier this morning, and it was the 45 long looking for that 50 break. The problem, this is the thing you got to watch out for, right? When you make a play like that, it's good one time. It's good for the first move, because if it doesn't work, odds are the volume is not going to be there to sustain the move afterwards. And that's what you saw after the first break above 50. When we try to get back above, it wasn't there. There's no sustained buying past that point because the initial move was the stop run. And when the stop run can continue, then it's not just a stop run. That means people are willing to buy past the stops that are going off. But if it's just a matter of stops going off and coming back in, I mean, are you going to get that sustained movement without a deep enough move down? In this case, we moved all the way back down and came back up and failed. At that point, you're not getting that move through 50 or the third time at that point. So that was good the first time, and then you see me just get out and just dump it as soon as it came back through 46. So 4 cents on the first little bit, and then 46s, or I think like maybe half a cent. I think it made on the last portion of that trade. So that's all that happens. Some trades are good once. It's not a hold situation. You don't hold it forever. And then some trades, they take forever to develop. And you see the difference here. You see the AMC short was meant to be a quick move, got the targets, and then I'm holding it because I'm managing it. The futures position is completely different. This was meant to be a longer term position. I was intentionally holding this, knowing this might take an hour or whatever the case is. So just be understanding of the fact that there are multiple ways and multiple position setups, and some of them require more time than others, right? Some might give you that quick move and quick profit. Some of them might take more time, and that's what you're seeing here, especially in two of these positions, because one's taking its sweet time to kind of figure out what range it wants to work with and see if it wants to go down.
Yep, agreed. Okay, so guess what, guys? Let's go. Let's hit this a little bit here. Get some tunes rocking because we're rolling now with AMC. So we'll see where we go. We went long here off of these bottoms, Arun. We'll see if we can hold 37.75 there as that bottom. So we're gonna see if it can roll with us now. So if you're in this, I'm in this now. So let's just go long and see what happens here on AMC. As you can see that we're looking for different plays as we go, but that's going to be a good one for AMC, I hope anyways. Back into 37.50 is where we're going to get out. Sort of where all this kind of started here. That's where we want to get out. So if that does come through, we will make sure to do that, but it looks like AMC right now, we're going to try that trade one more time, or not one more time, we tried it down here once. This is where we got it last time, basically right here, man, 38.07. So now we're long on AMC. It looks like it's making some money moves back upside right now. So hopefully that can go, man. Right now we're just in the money 17 cents. But again, trade your own book. I'm going to take a little bit out if we get right onto this bump right here, 38.75 or so. Here he comes. Okay. Yes, let's go, man. Let's see if we can go. Mamma mia. Where's Neil right now? He needs to be having some pineapple on that pizza because right now we're starting to get ready to rock and roll here with AMC. So let's put it out right here, 38.70 or so on this. And that'll be target first out. And then if it keeps on running, man, I think I'm going to be like you, Arun, and try to hold this a little bit longer to the upside and see where we go. But right now, AMC, yeah, it's working.
Are you long?
Yeah, man, I long, yeah.
I'm very quick to, or not quick, but I'm about to get out soon too. This is about to hit my trailing stop. If we get above, what is it, 38.50 and change and hold, I'm going to get out. Well, take my $1.30 or whatever, and then walk away. So it doesn't have to. I mean, like $1.30 is nice. 36s would have been nicer, but I mean, hey, can't get too great. Whatever the case is. But market still refusing, waiting for these futures to make a move, maybe 25, come on. But no, doesn't want to do it just yet. So we are still waiting for that, and AMC coming back a little bit. So we'll just manage that one out.
Yeah, no more shorting. Let's just keep going up. Great question here, and honestly, it's tough. It's tough this is why we get paid the big bucks, I guess. But, it's hard to watch the level 2 and the candle and to talk and to host the show and to watch what these guys are doing in front of us here with Rob. I don't even know what this guy's doing right now. Distracting. There goes AMC right now. Yeah, we're just playing. We love Rob. Of course, bang with AMC right there. So we'll get up to the upside here. We'll pump some wheelies off as AMC now Rip City. Let's go apes to the upside right now. Still starting to go. So hell yeah on that one. Rip City to the upside. We'll see if we got that. That's a smooth 75 cents right there on AMC. So 65 cents on AMC. So let's see. It's still going to the high side. Here we go, boys and girls. AMC now ripping up. So to answer your question, yeah, look, I do use charts. I do use everything. But today's trade, honestly, I only have one losing trade on today, and it's actually FAMI. There's no other net negative name for me today here. So FAMI, it's funny that we're negative, and it's barely negative. This one was what hurt the most. We were talking about this on the Memes and Movers show there. I didn't like the risk of holding too many shares if this broke, if this 40.41 broke, especially this level right here, which wound up breaking. So I get out a little bit earlier. I didn't like to hold this if 40 broke. I just felt like, if you have too many shares there and it breaks, I just thought we could test 33, 34. So unfortunately, I did have to get out there. We did hold a little piece and made that back into there. But, we averaged into here, took a decent sized position. If we would have got it all out, then we'd have been laughing, but we didn't. Instead, it laughed at us and went back to the downside. But look at these names today. ALZN, we've traded that one, bang, bang there. Good trade on ALZN. Bed Bath & Beyond, we already talked about that. CEI, a nice trade today, man. There's a lot of fills here, but we've explained that as we were going. GameStop, nice move to the upside right there. Palt, my number one stock, is going to be the trade of the day. Triple Qs right now as well. Like, boom, boom, out on that one. That's a good trade for me. And then Virgin Galactic, another good one that we were really kicking ourselves for that we didn't hold this a little bit longer. We're going to learn our lesson tomorrow, but a good overall day. I hope you guys are having a similar one.
Yeah, AMC, as you can see, trailer stop just about 50. I ended up slipping a little bit, so I got like 80 something, I think, 84. Trade's over.
Let's go.
So one thing you're going to see here, I know there's obviously talk about diamond hands and whatnot. One thing you're going to see here, there are no allegiances. If the trade is the money sits to the short side, you go for the short. If the money's to the long side, you go to the long. As day traders, you chase the money, not the stock. So in this case, hey, take the money, walk away, and maybe there is a long. Sean's got the long above 38 there, so he's making money on the long side now. And that's just how it goes. So just be aware that we are going to be going in one direction, spinning around, going the opposite direction. There's a lot happening for us. So no allegiances, just no allegiances to the stock or the direction, just the money. And in this case, as you can see, futures rallying nicely above 35 now, going to the top end of the range. This might be getting into an area where it might actually take some more. So we'll see how this plays out in a few minutes or so. But for now, I am flat with the futures being the only position I've got, and which is actually not even on the board. So that's the only position I've got, and we'll just wait until the imbalances come out and see how that goes.
Okay. I feel like a position just flashed in my blotter, but it doesn't. I only have AMC. Yeah, that's right. I only have AMC and Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay. I thought something just flashed there. I did a refresh there. Okay, we're gonna hope that AMC just continues to go up. You know, like Arun said, yeah, we just got allegiances to the cash. And so if we see something, we're going to continue to trade it. AMC has the momentum right here. I'm going to hold on to this until the close and see what happens. If we do break back down below here, 37.50, we talked about that. That's going to be a level that I'll flash out of this. But for right now, it's a 90-cent winner, and we're super happy to have it on. So that's great. What about BlackBerry? Good call there, Farid. Thank you for being a member as well, guys. Membership's $5 a month. It helps me. You know, I do tend to. Let's call it like it is. I do tend to call out people that are members on the board as well. So for $5 a month, maybe it's worth it for you guys. Okay, so downside 950 holding right now. Yeah, so right there, 950 holds on BlackBerry, and then all of a sudden, right at that 2 o'clock when it was sort of meme madness again. And look, I'm loving meme madness right now. Like this is the blood of the market, man. It's when retailers come in, they start buying it up. We already know the game plan. It's you buy the calls, you figure it out, you go long, you take some equity if you can get it to the upside. So there goes BlackBerry there breaking its day high, and I mean that was a money right there, like 966. It breaks that on volume, and then yeah, you get a nice little bump up. It's only 30 cents, but it's only a $9 name. So let's we can look at BlackBerry here, but again, it's funny. I didn't even think about it that you're sitting right beside me now. But BlackBerry. Now the chat's gonna start to go.
Yup.
Darn it.
You know how that goes.
Next time, yeah. I mean, I'm glad that Neil was able to get a hold of you on the pager last night so that you could come in today. So I think that was really great. Yeah. So, anyways, as you're going here, I just want to look at BlackBerry. It does have these bottoms, man. 930, 940. So we were just coming off there. This may be another name for a swing play, especially if these meme stocks are back in charge again. So watch out for BB here potentially over the next couple days to make a move at least to VWAP, which is 1030, and then looking to take out 11. So I don't mind BlackBerry holding that for a flyer, guys.
I don't mind BlackBerry making another phone. If you can make another phone, that'd be nice. Soon, before the end of the year, that'd be even nicer. Yeah, so Neil did give me a little, hit me up on the pager. Yeah. So there's a story
behind the pigeons.
So the pigeons as well. There is a story behind the phone, as everyone in the chat I'm sure would know already. But the thing is though, because it was still built, this phone was still built on the BlackBerry OS. I don't have access to the Google chats or anything or all that stuff that comes with technology. So the only way to reach me if I'm not on my computer is to call me or to text me. So you can't hit me up on all these other apps. And to be fair, I like it that way. It helps me stay peaceful because it would just be annoying if people were constantly messaging me. So this way, only people that actually need to contact me will contact me. Everyone knows the rules. Don't contact me unless you need to.
Yeah, exactly.
So Neil texts me, and I replied to him 3 hours later. By that point, I think Neil was already down
what, beer and a half? Yeah.
So Neil was already in too deep, I think, for himself. So yeah, I messaged him 3 hours later, and here we are. Here I am, trading for you guys.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong. I mean, you got to stay under the radar, right? Do you? And I think that's a very, very important thing here. So we did actually just flip to a little bit of a short here as we're breaking through VWAP on the futures. We've done this, Arun. That's why, yesterday we saw the Qs drop here into the close. The day before that, also a drop into the close as well. So we've done this a couple times. We traded Apple a couple days ago into the close, got a banger winner on that. Hey Maggie, how's it going? As we have that into the close. So we'll see what happens right now. Oh, man. It feels like it's Friday, but it's really only Thursday. But tomorrow is Friday, and it should be a good one. End of the quarter today, so I'm going to go short, man. It's been a nasty September, but a good quarter. So I sort of feel those vibes right now. So we'll see here on that play. But yeah, we'll rock and roll here as the Toronto imbalances are going to come out very, very soon at 340, and we'll highlight those and just to see if there's anything on there because, again, it is the end of the month. Our AMD did fail there, so I don't have to worry too much about it. AMC still 60 cents, 70 cents in the money. Our AMD did not go, so okay, that's fine. Well, actually, I'm just going to cancel that. I don't need it to spike up right now and get me in a position I don't want. So yeah, we're not going to take that anymore. It's too late in the day, only 20 minutes left with some uncertainty here in the marketplace. So yeah, this is going to be another one that we're going to have to watch out for. So that's something right there. So I got you, Arun. Don't worry about that. 103.60 right now. Did you get back in at all to AMC, or you just covered that?
No, I just covered the AMC. Well, I mean, the AMC position's done. That trade is done, right?
Right.
It was a matter of getting short and then cashing out, if trailing it. If I could have held it forever, I would. Well, at least until the end of the day, I would have done it. But in this case, it rallied back. Not worried too much about this, but one thing I do want to start working with is the futures. The way it's been trading, you've got to think that end of the day, the final 10 minutes is going to be quite hectic with the amount of volume. The way it's been trading, there's a lot of volume going in both directions. So you got to be prepared for that kind of a trade, especially around the 40s, or even if they get below 35, 25, I think there might be something there as well. So I'll keep an eye on that. Somebody was asking, futures positions, why aren't they on the screen? We used to have them.
Glitch.
Well, not necessarily. We used to have them, and they just took up too much space.
Right.
So the symbols we have is like 6 or 7 characters, versus like stock symbols are like 3 or 4. So you can put a bunch there. Future symbols, they just take up the entire space. So we kind of had to take them down because it was just messing up the board. So any futures positions, given that I'm the only one who ever really takes the futures positions, I'll talk about them. So if I'm on and I'm taking them, I'll talk about them. And you know I'm short at 43.30. I've been short for over an hour and change now. So that's the trade that's happening. I might take some more below 25. We'll see how that plays out. I want to see how we trade below 25 before I commit to that short. But for now, I am on the sell side of the futures, waiting for some more action. I mean, AMC's kind of stalled out at 39 as well, so
yeah.
I mean, like, there's not a whole lot you can really do. Imbalances, we'll go through them when they come out. I've got the imbalance locator up just in case, you know.
I can go through Toronto. Toronto just came out here.
There you go. Sean's got Toronto.
Yeah, so Toronto right now, nothing. So sorry about that. But yeah, there's really nothing here. And there it comes to the downside. He's in the building. It's Trader TV. Randy showing up now. Randy, you're a little late for work today there, buddy. I know it's his day off. Oh, yeah, that's right, the Jays game. Yeah. Hopefully you last more than 6:30. I'll tell you about that after. But yeah, it was a big time. As you're noticing, my partner in crime not here today, Randy. Yeah, so enjoy the game. It should be a good one. Yesterday's game was absolutely incredible with Bo Bichette there. And Brendan, myself, Neil, and Greg had a great time. I know you're going with some buddies as well. So that should be awesome. Thanks for swinging by, Randy, there. Okay, yeah, let's just continue to talk and continue to trade. So there we go. The triple Qs are falling now.
Yeah, they're falling off now hard.
Yeah. So far, so good on this short. We're in the money now, 43 cents, but you know, not a big, huge position or anything. We'll get this UX out of there. So that's the futures starting to fade down, and we do this. We've done this every close. So I don't know. I know you were talking about short yesterday on that trade, so we'll see what happens. We should probably get out of this. I mean, this is a small trade on Bed Bath & Beyond. We were just waiting to see if it did take out this 18 again. You know, we've already cashed out on this a lot, but obviously with the market fading in, I don't want to get out of this. I really feel like at 350, once the imbalances come out, then some of the pressure on the market may get relieved.
Yeah.
Because the imbalancers are now viewed. Any quick thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm thinking here's my logic on the futures, and I am actually offering, trying to get some shorts on the futures here because we finally took out that 25. I think that kind of clears the area a little bit. I am worried about what's down below in the 15s, but for now, maybe we can get a bounce. I don't know. The way it's been trading, it's been light, it's been thin, it moves aggressive. It's been like that all day, right? And so in a market like this, you do have to be somewhat careful on how you position and how you price things. So for now, my 30 is 10 and a half points in the money. That's nice. That's nice, you know, it's nice. But we're looking for more. You know the objective here. I want to see 4,300 go today. That's a trade I'm really looking forward to if we can actually get that trade on. But we'll see how this one plays out. For now, we're kind of just flirting around with 43.20, going into some support. We'll see how
That
it is
trades
starting
are
to pick up.
nice.
It is starting to pick up a little bit more. Maybe we can get some more action. I don't know. But that could open up the door a little bit to the downside if we can kind of get below 20 and stay below 20. That could be nice. I might just even step up a little bit more aggressively and start taking some more. But for now, I mean, market's heading to the sell side. Market's what? So this is interesting though. S&P down 0.7% versus tech, NASDAQ only it's up 0.03. So you have tech strength. So you do have to worry about tech strength when it comes to how this market's going to react towards the end of the day. Because, well, you know how things get when tech decides that it does not want to go. So just be aware that it's just one of those things where tech can really influence things, especially with the kind of weighting that they have right towards the end. Because, hey, tech, Apple has 10%, Microsoft has 10% in terms of weighting, yeah. Now, NASDAQ, in the NASDAQ futures, you have Apple and Microsoft have 10% each, roughly around 10% each. So 20% across two stocks out of 100. So just be aware that it's one of those things that you do have to be aware of, and things can get really messy when those two stocks decide to go in one direction.
All right, I like, we were just talking about that. I like the short a lot because right now we're starting to fall back down. Someone asked, do we have a target here on the trip cues? No, we don't. I don't have any sort of target on this one. We'll just wait to see where we go from here, and hopefully to the downside is where we just continue to go. Yeah, I mean, it's a big move to the downside right now. Wow, 358. Like, we are well in the money here. If we had just held on from our initial position, wow, big monster trade here into the close. So yeah, congratulations, Arun, on that short. I have it with you now, and yeah, we're both rocking and rolling right now. Good movement there. Okay, so AMC, Ape Nation, what's up, guys? We'll hit this again for you. We'll see what's going on. It touches 39.15 now, and we'll see where we go from here. But I'm not getting out of this one until 37.50. We've already talked about that, so that's another play for us. You know, now that the market's making a move down, I've been super worried actually about Apple holding this 142. And it made some moves to the downside already today. I believe we cracked below. We did. We got to 141.40. So there was a potential there on the NASDAQ to make that move, and we're starting to come back in. So that's that 141 move down to the downside there. We only have 4 minutes to go before imbalances come out, and we'll be able to see what the end result is here of all of that. But right now, so far so good. Apple starting to close out here. If Apple closes below 142, I know and we talked about that over and over again. It hasn't closed below 142 yet, and if that happens here, I don't like to see what's going to happen tomorrow. So I know it's going to be a new quarter, everything like that. I'm excited for that, but really nervous about what's going to happen here if Apple can't somehow figure itself out here closing. So we'll see. They do lead the market. They're the largest weighted in any ETF out there. Well, any major one that's index weighted to the index, either the NASDAQ or the S&P. Of course, they're not in the Russell or anything like that, the small cap stocks as well. AMD trying to make a move, FAMI as well. Let's go back over to Palt. Is Palt doing anything, guys? Right now, no. Anything moving that you guys want to talk about? Crypto, Cardano's really nice. Sure, Randy. Let's go over to Ford quickly, as GM's been making moves today. 14.20. I've seen better on this. Yeah, that's it, man. It's not doing too much. Ford trying to make moves to the upside, though. We touched out at 14.85 the other day, and right now, just not much happening. What's up, Brendo?
Hey, OG, guys, Orion Global. Yeah, OG.NY, great ticker. Just took the top off there through $10, so a huge volume spike on this one. There was positive news on this morning, so we had a huge gap up into recent highs here, but day highs as well for OG.
All right, what was that name? Sorry, me and Arun just talking about what's happening right now because the future is starting to bounce a little bit here. So I'm trying to average in here into this trade. So we'll just wait to see where we go. Unfortunately, though, AMC is starting to make that move back down. So we did cash out there $1. We were in the money. We should have probably held it. Got out for a little bit more as we did have some of that. Let's check on GameStop quickly here. CEI has been a good trade for us today as well. GameStop, yeah, nice move upside, man. We're on fire today, and so far so good. What about Roku? Roku at 313 right now. If you think the Nasdaq's going to the downside, Roku's one of those names that definitely overdone, I think, a little bit. Its high is almost $500, Roku, okay? So that's the play right now, $490, the high here on Roku. And look at this thing just come right back in. Like, I don't know, man. We keep talking about Cathie Wood and things like that. Like, honestly, man, you know, some of these buys, like Roku's right here at the very bottom. What do you want from that? Where are we going now? Back to Brendo?
A bunch of little ones, guys, starting to go as well. We have this not PDI, it's SDPI on the NYSE American Exchange just popping back up as well. Also trying to get back to day highs. So volume coming into this one at the end of the day.
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll look at some more here. I mean, I'm really just focused on seeing what's going to happen here. The futures are kind of just fading around a little bit, so they're not doing a whole hell of a lot into the close. You know, we've taken this before every time into the close, and we got coming up right now 349.38 right now. So a couple more seconds, and we'll see really, you know, what the end result's going to be here for this. You know, the end of the month, the end of the quarter. So that's coming up right now. AMC, CEI, OLPX. Oh yeah, OLPX. This was a name that we talked about, I believe, on the show today, as this was one of those brand new IPOs. And Valeria was talking big time about this name and how much she loves the products and whatnot with OLPX. But yeah, so far so good on that one, as starting to come in. There's the imbalances. We'll check them out. There it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh my God, I don't even have the US. I closed it by accident. Let me open it back up again so I can see it. And there it is. Nope, I don't have it. I got to set my imbalance locator one more time, guys. It's lost. There it is. Nope, I don't have it. So I'll call it up in 1 second. We'll see what's going on. But it looks like the futures continue to go to the downside there. Are you fine?
Yeah.
Okay, show the imbalances, because I closed mine by accident.
Yeah, here we are in the imbalances there. You see 2.8 million shares to the buy side on SC, and COG 2.4 million shares to the buy side. Apple, remember I said keep an eye on Apple, right? Apple was a big tech mover. Apple, sell side imbalance, what does the futures do? Falls off. That's what you're expecting on the futures there when Apple does that. What else is there? GM. So majority to the sell side on these imbalances, you're expecting that kind of heat. When you do something like this, you're expecting that kind of heat. So just be aware. I'm actually trying to get some. No, we'll leave it alone. So Greg just said the imbalances came out. This total here, guys, S&P 500, a total 6.3 billion to the sell side on the imbalances. So there you go, guys. As the market starts heading to the downside, what's AMC doing? Well, you see this move on AMC. Well, here we are back towards 38. That's not the big story. It's going to be the futures trade. That's all it is. And you see me, I was actually working some shorts all the way down. I've been chasing the shorts since 25. I figured you could feel the pressure, right? You could feel the pressure as the quarter was ending. Remember, the objective on this trade for me is 4,300. We are so close to the low that if you start to see the lows go, you're going to start to see 4,300 become a real possibility. And that, for me, that's the target. So I'll just hold on to what I've got left and see if we can't take a shot towards 4,300 on the futures, right? Keep in mind, though, in about 3 minutes or so, right now it's 3:52. In about 3 minutes or so, you're going to get an update from the floor. So the dequote updates from the floor comes back, and see if we can get a nice little move. Whether the imbalances get bigger or not, that remains to be seen. But whatever it is, at about 55, in about 3 minutes.
Is it again?
Yeah, that's when you get the new fresh update from the floor. The dequotes get sent in. What I mean by the dequotes is everything from the floor. The floor brokers send in their updates into the imbalance. For now, it's just whatever we've got on the screen from New York and NASDAQ, but then you get the dequotes coming in. And usually what happens is it's an aggressive move. If this number were to get bigger, the 6.3 that Greg says, if that were to come out bigger, then you're going to see this market really take off. If it were to change directions, meaning if it was a buy-side imbalance, you might see this market just spin around and go rip to the upside. So it is a double-edged sword on how you decide to play this, but just be aware for the next volatility event, it is about 2 minutes or so before we get that move. And we are sitting here near the lows, so imagine what happens if this were to come to the sell side. This could be quite the move to the downside if we were to get a sell side imbalance, right?
All right, Arun.
Yo.
Dap it up. Good trade. Let's go. Yeah, nicely done, man. And it's always nice when these little purple arrows are followed by green arrows that are lower than purple arrows, right? Purple are me shorting this name. This is the Qs, got out there and back in. Let's check out Apple. Obviously, Apple's getting destroyed right now. Ooh, it's not getting as destroyed as I thought it would. The NASDAQ turning red there. I thought for sure Apple would start to lead the way there, but yeah, like you mentioned, looks like we're starting to edge back up a little bit here now. So Arun talked talked about the actionable event happening at 55, so that could come again here. But yeah, Apple to the downside there. I did load up my balance locator, but I don't have it set up exactly perfect. But here it is right now. SC is on there, so that's a buy imbalance, $41. I don't know, there might be a story with that. I'm not sure. Santander, but 41.70, a breaking spot. It hasn't touched there yet. COG, we know all about them. We'll see there the oil patch. We'll see where it's going here. Cabot Oil and Gas right now on a buy for 2.3 million shares. Ford with a sell. But I mean, I'm just going over these so we can see the chart here, see if anything's happening. GM, I mean, these are all sells. We talked about that. And that's exactly, I mean, sometimes when you have an idea, guys, and it actually works, that's great because, we thought that there'd be all these sells coming through today, and there are. And they're on big names like SC, no one cares about. COG, no one cares about. But look at Apple, Ford, AT&T, GM, right? Bank of America's there. CLF is pretty good. Cliffs is pretty good. Intel with the sell. BMY as well. Multiple things starting to happen there. And there it goes, man. We're blowing up to the blowing up. What's blowing up? We are tanking to the downside right there as the Q's still making another move, man. NASDAQ right now making that move to the downside. It might have got exhausted right there. Oh, nope, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. A couple bad ticks there. We'll see if it comes down. 358 is the bottom of the day. And look, the market's never healthy when it closes at the bottoms, man. I'll tell you that right now. And I mean, this is just the way it works in this market. I have a bid out right now to get out 29s here. Just randomly picked that. I know I should probably pick a better level right now. It's bouncing around. But if we take out this low of the day, that's going to be my next target. And yeah, we are cruising right now, Arun. So far, so good, man. My Bed Bath & Beyond and AMC have both come right back. But we just made a lot more money there on the futures. So really, really happy with that trade.
Yeah, futures sitting near the lows, as you can see. Actually, you can't see because I don't have the chart up. As we get closer and closer to the end here, I've been getting out along the way. And now I just decided, you know what? Given how close we are to the end of the day and given how close we are to the even number, I think maybe taking a shot at the low. I got out on that little move up. Now I'm thinking, you know what, we might actually squeeze towards the bottom here. I want to see if we can actually take these 4300s out. So I'm going to start taking some shots towards the sell side as we get closer and closer to the close, which is about 3 minutes away or so. I'm not a fan of this price. I've got 05 quarter, not the best price in the world, but we'll see how this trades. I like the fact that we're trading closer and closer to the even number. I'm thinking my head stops. If stops go up, this could be ridiculous. So that's what I'm looking for. In the event that this were to keep on going, I think this could be a nice little move to the downside. And hey, end of the quarter, right? A lot of things happen at the end of the quarter, so just be aware. Volatility, you see, we've got the update. Seems like it's still a sell side. It wasn't much bigger, but it didn't shrink either. The imbalances we're talking about. So it seems like we are going to get some sell side pressure. And there you go. Fives are gone now. Now we're sitting at 03s. That's probably the low for the day.
Yes, anyway. It is.
And then the evens are coming soon. Given how close we are, the evens are going to be coming soon. So that's something to keep an eye on, guys, as we get closer and closer.
Let's go down to the lows, and we just took it out right there at 40, and now we're ripping to the bottom. We did have our 29 bid, but we got impatient, took 40s, and now you're starting to make those moves to the downside right now. So there goes the triple Qs. Congratulations, anybody short on that one. That's for darn sure. Yeah, number 321, agreed. Let's read the market. You have to just keep on reading the market, man, and we've been short into the close the last couple times. Please, guys, 300 likes. I mean, let's give a big shout out to Arun. He's been doing a fantastic job today. If we can get that a little higher, that'd be fantastic. 2,200 people watching right now, and we just put on a clinic there of trading the close. So hopefully that is something that you guys can appreciate and throw us a like. I mean, if there's anything you can do, it's a simple button on your phone or on the web there. So please hit the like if you can. That'd be fantastic. Trader Pratt and Miss V. I see them on the big screen. Why don't we throw them up there? There they are. Yo, what's up, Brad? How's everything going, man? There he is. Yeah, he's looking at the close as well. So let's let them go. Miss V probably looking to short Tesla at some point. Maybe she already is short. I don't know if you know that, Brendan. Hey, Brendan, how's it going? Arun, I didn't know if you knew that, but she trades Tesla a lot. So yeah, we're trying to get her graduated. She's on her paper account, and she's doing fantastic. So really, really happy with that as well. But thank you so much. Yeah, when can you date Valeria? Probably never, to be honest with you, Johnny Bravo. But we'll see that. Was that? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, we keep it honest. Hey. Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope. I mean, maybe you can get hooked up. We actually are going to hopefully once this world opens up of ours, it's getting close, man. That we can have sort of a get together and invite all the families. So we are trying to do that for sure. Yeah, no likes if you short AMC. Well, I mean, I'm not short AMC. I'm long. And on that note, right now, I've made all the money long. We did make some money short there for sure, but the long was pretty good. I'm going to wait for 38.50 now. If we can get that print, then that would be absolutely fantastic for that. So thank you guys again for all the support and all the love on the show. Let's just go back one time, quick time here on the imbalances and just have a look. So Ford, T, KMI hanging around, Kinder Morgan right there. BMY, a more expensive stock on the list right now, 600,000 shares. This is to sell. So look at this, man. This has been, I mean, the market's been getting killed, but BMY taking to the woodshed right here on the close. Ford, there goes SC. So SC's gone now. Ford will probably pair off as well. Wow, only a minute left. Okay, I got to get out of everything. I still have some cues. Let's just empty this position out at the low of the day if we can. Bang, right there, the low of the day. Thank you for that one. And thanks to Arun for giving confidence and holding that. And then now we have right here AMC. I mean, I just almost have my best day of the month right now.
There goes the evens on the futures. We just took out the 4,300. Sean, can you actually hold this? Because I'm actually holding on to some shorts. Remember, I had that 05 short on the futures. So let me just manage this out.
Yeah, no problem. I got this. No, absolutely no problem. Only 10 seconds left. Let's go. Get ready, Arun. You got to get out soon. Only 10 seconds to go. Who's on the bell? There's Miss V. Watch out for your head. Yeah, just watch out there. 6, 5. Oh my God, it's Randy. 3, 2, and 1. And we are closed for the day. What a banger today. Very, very nice. I just got a message from my wife, and she's taking the Jacksonville Jaguars on the money line.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let's go Trevor Lawrence tonight. Hopefully she doesn't have to log into my sports account because we don't need to put any real money at risk here on the Jaguars. Are you watching any football these days?
You know, I watch it in passing, meaning I don't set my day up so I'm going to watch it. What I do, though, is that if I'm flipping through the channels and I'll be like, oh, that's a nice game, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm very nonchalant about that. Oh, that's a nice trade, I'll take that. Oh, that's a nice short, I'll take that. That's a nice game, I'll watch that. That's how I kind of am. So whatever the game is, if it's a nice game, if it's a close game, I'll just kind of tune in, watch it, and see how it goes. If it's not, well, I'm probably going to be watching something else.
All right. Yeah, it should be a good game tonight, I think. The spread is kind of high, 7, 8, 9, 10 points, something like that. But Brendo, let's review how the day wound up, although I have a feeling it's not in the green.
Yeah, we were talking, if you joined us this morning, guys, about how this month has been negative for all three markets. Here we go. Adding to those numbers today, the final month, or the final day of the month, obviously, 1.06 there for the S&P, 1.25 for the Dow. Yeah, we did go red as well for the NASDAQ, 0.25% here in Toronto. 0.5%. So all said and done, 4 to 5.5, even 6% range across the U.S. markets for the month of September. Hope you enjoyed Q3, guys, because
we did not.
Over.
We did not enjoy it. It was a bad last month. The quarter was actually pretty good, though, Brendan. I think you're right overall on that one. So, a good September if you're short. Now we'll get ready to get that shopping list out that we will talk about. Maybe we'll do a video on our shopping list because I think that's important to do that now. I believe the market may have, you never want to say this. You never want to say may have bottomed because that's pretty unrealistic at this point to make a call like that. Thank you to Ms. V and thank you to Trader Prad. I hope you guys had a good close as well. There they are. They're coming back tomorrow, to cause more havoc on the Memes and Movers show. A very successful show, and thank you to all of our viewers for doing that as well. Trader TV Live, putting on the content for you. Big shout out to Lucas, Rob, Maggie. Thank you so much for a great September and a great month. Glad to have Rob back with tons of energy. That's always nice. So, and I want to give a big thank you to our good friend Arun here. Thanks for coming through today on short notice there. I'm glad those pigeons reached you because really Neil will be back tomorrow. And then you guys can ask him anything you want and we'll see what he says there on the chat, okay?
I think we should do that. I think we should ask him anything that...
I expect these guys to blow up the chat, so let's see what happens tomorrow. But for all of us here at Trader TV Live, what a great day, what a great quarter, what a great month, and we're going to be back with even a better month next month, so join us tomorrow, October 1st. Have a great night. Go Jags.
Bye-bye.